All right. Good morning, everyone. Thursday, December 26th. As always, I welcome you all here at our English club where we practice English by speaking English. My name is Alexander, coming at you from an undisclosed location in the southern Chile, at least at this point. And what are we going to do today? We're going to speak English. As always, I'm going to give you some suggestions, some topics, some questions, which I would recommend you spend time talking in your small groups. However, you're free to talk on any subject you wish, whatever that might be. So without any further ado, I think there is one more person who is trying to join us. All right, let me quickly share the screen. And yeah, this is the last meeting this year. And I kind of wanted to talk more about this past year, which hasn't ended yet, but in 5 days it is going to be over. So let me quickly share the screen with you. Here we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see this, guys. Remember, I sometimes forget to tell you this that the questions that you are seeing right now on your screen, I usually copy them and send in the chat section, but I know sometimes people kind of point out that they can't see these questions. But there is not much I can do here. You are gonna have to either make a screenshot or write them down or just remember, because Zoom doesn't allow me to send you the questions in your smaller groups. So what you're seeing right now is what you're seeing, all right? So, okay, question number one. Was the last year a good year for you? I know this is kind of, a vague way to put a question, like, был ли для вас этот год хорошим? But, you know what I mean. What were some of its highlights? То есть, что бы вы могли выделить из этого прошедшего года? Какие, может быть, события для вас лично, которыми вы готовы поделиться с нами в разговоре? Question number two. What was the single best thing that happened this past year? Опять-таки, какое одно, может быть, наилучшее для вас событие вы можете выделить в заканчивающемся 24 году? The next question, what was your favorite family tradition growing up? Have you created a tradition of your own? Какая у вас была любимая, семейная традиция, когда вы были в юном возрасте, когда вы росли в семье? И, возможно, вы создали какую-то свою собственную традицию. Если вы хотите или можете поделиться с нами, расскажите нам об этом. And the last question here, how much money would be enough for you to have right now in order to never work again a single day in your life again? What would you do with that money? То есть сколько бы денег было для вас достаточно прямо сейчас иметь, чтобы больше никогда не работать? Ну и что бы вы с этими средствами сделали? Okay? Hopefully that all makes sense. Let me quickly send you these questions over here. Now, 14 people, 12, okay, that's 4 groups. All right. Okay, 4 groups of 3 people. You've got around 15 minutes or something like that to discuss these questions. Again, remember, in no particular order. You don't have to talk about these questions. You can just spend your time, introducing yourself to each other, whatever you wish. Так, Светлана, вы видите, да? То есть тут вот молодой человек к нам попал. Hope you know what's coming. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. I hope you know what's coming now. I always ask you to just speak publicly here if you wish to do so, which I highly encourage you do. So, would anyone like to say something? Please do, please, come on. Our last meeting this year.
Did you
Yes, Sinan, go ahead.
did you праздновать?
Celebrate.
Did you celebrate Christmas yesterday?
I actually kind of did, because even though like I usually celebrate Christmas on January 7th, but here in the place where I am, they celebrate Christmas on December 25th. So yeah, I kind of did. Yeah, which was a lot of fun. All right. Anyone else? All right, then let's move on to the second group of questions over here. All right, so I'll quickly go over the questions. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life and get all the necessary nutrients you need, what would you pick? То есть, если бы вы могли какой-то одной едой, назовем это просто каким-то продуктом, удовлетворить все свои потребности в плане nutrients, полезных веществ, в общем, да, всех, которые вам нужны. Что бы это было такое? Что бы вы выбрали? Да? Number 6. What was the single most challenging thing that happened this year? I forgot to put, like, this past year. То есть какая была наиболее, такое событие, наиболее challenging? То есть, может быть, сложное или вызвавшее у вас много затруднений, ну, не затруднений, усилий от вас в этом году. Number 7. What was the biggest thing you learned this past year? Что вот такое, что вы узнали, или, может быть, выучили, тут можно по-разному трактовать этот вопрос. Что-то новое, или что вы узнали, или выучили в этом году. And number 8, daylight saving time. Are you in or out? I know this, I mean, are you in or out sounds kind of slangish, но смена времени вот осенью и весной, когда переводят часы. I know in Russia they don't do it anymore, but in most of the countries in the world they do. То есть вы считаете это правильно или неправильно? Если бы это ваше решение было бы, вы бы стали такую политику проводить, менять время осенью и весной на 1 час? Alright, so I hope this all makes sense. Here are the questions in the chat, and now I'm gonna do the same thing as I did before. Oh, oops, I think I Svetlana. Yes, welcome back again, guys. The same task, the same question for you as always. Would anyone like to volunteer and speak publicly? Tell us what you think. Tell us what maybe you discussed in your group or anything else that you wish to talk about. Anyone? Please, come on.
We was talking about very delicious dishes like a pizza, cherry, and cacao. Well, to eat this one for the rest of you. And for 5th question.
Yes, yeah, I get it.
This question.
So I guess some of you, or maybe you, chose pizza to be that meal.
Yes, I chose
dish,
pizza,
right?
Of course.
All right, of course. I like the of course part. All right. Okay, Yuri, thank you. Anyone else would like to say something before we move on to the last session today? Don't be shy, guys. Come on.
I can say hello, Alex.
Yes.
I'm glad to see you again.
Yeah, Yelena, I remember you. Yeah.
I can say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know where are you now, but as I understand, you are far from Russia again.
Yeah, not in
to
Egypt
speak
anymore.
about favorite family.
Go ahead.
But where? If it is not a secret. I would like to speak about favorite family tradition. For example, when I was a child, my grandfather every year brought a Christmas tree leaf. You know, not
Like maybe living alive. I'm not quite sure about this one, but.
But I think
you would probably go to the woods and cut it down and bring it from the woods, yeah?
Yeah, but everybody understand me. And I really liked it because he brought a Christmas tree, and he and my grandmother always celebrate украшать
decorated this Christmas tree, yes.
Yeah, every year we decorated it together, and it was really holiday for me, and I was very happy. And this Christmas tree has a very beautiful smell, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you put it in your apartment or in your house,
Yeah,
it fills the apartment with that particular smell. Yeah, I remember.
yes. So I think it's a very good tradition to have a live Christmas tree at home.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure some people would argue with you about that practice, but I mean, just in general to have it, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you that it would be nice to have it. Yeah, Yelena, thank you. And let's move on to our last session. I'm gonna read you the questions real quick. All right, so what was the best, what do you think was your best decision last year? То есть наилучшее решение, которое вы приняли в уходящем году. Next question, are you a better person at the end of this year than at the beginning of this year? And what I mean by better person, то есть вот человек, вы лучше как человек, это не в плане каких-то, может, даже моральных качеств, не обязательно только это в общем, то есть в профессиональном, возможно, плане, в каком-то в образовательном плане, во всеобъемлющем, может быть, даже в плане вашего здоровья, экономического вашего положения. То есть лучше ли у вас ситуация сейчас, в конце этого года, чем была в начале? Number 11. What is your biggest concern or worry about the coming year? Может быть, что вас больше всего беспокоит или озадачивает относительно грядущего года? And the last question. Are you satisfied with your English learning progress this past year? Are you going to ramp up your efforts to do, or do you believe that what you've been doing so far is good enough? То есть, что касательно вашего прогресса в английском в этом году, довольны ли вы им и собираетесь ли вы, вот эта фраза ramp up, то есть как бы усиливать ваши усилия, энергию, да, как тут сказано. Или вы верите, что, или вы считаете, что то, что вы делаете, это и так достаточно хорошо. Okay? So I hope that makes sense, guys. About 10 minutes, probably even less than that. Okay. Here are the questions. And let's quickly recreate the rooms, something which I forgot to do last time. And here we go. Yeah, we have like 1 or 2 more minutes before we have to finish this this conversation. So guys, anyone would like to say something real quick before we wrap up? Oh. Anyone? Someone?
I
Come on.
say that I have private lesson with Alex now because in our group was only me and Alex, and 2 people don't put on their microphone and camera. We talk just together. It was
I kind of expected this. That's why I joined your group real quick, because I'm like, oh my gosh, is Julia going to be left all alone on the island? So I quickly joined her.
yes.
All right. Yeah, Julia, thank you. Yeah, it was nice talking to you in that group. Guys, yeah, we really have to finish right now. So thank you again for coming on, and thank you all for joining this group every time. I mean, we've been doing this for a good chunk of this year, and just always a pleasure, always nice seeing you all here. I like doing this. I like having you in this group, and hopefully next year, I'm planning to host a meeting on January 2nd. So please, if you're not too much, not, how do I put it, like don't have a lot of hangover from the new year, please join me here. I'd be glad to talk to you all here. But for now, our time is up, guys. We have to leave before the next group starts. So yes, thank you, and see you next year.
Wait.